Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Get Sassy. I'm your host, Samantha Goldberg. Tonight, I am really excited because I have a chance to show you some of the most favorite and useful products that I found in 2013. Obviously, you guys know we're always trying to, as ladies, less is more. And they are starting to come out with many products that allow even men so that they don't complain about us and using their own little gadgets to make life a little less complex. This evening, I'm going to be showing you a lot of great things that actually have some added benefit to them. Some of them are pretty off the wall, but hear me out. I know you guys will love them as much as I do. And when we get back from a few messages from our sponsors, we'll get started. And maybe this will be on your 2014 Christmas list, or for the guys that are in the doghouse, it might be on their list for everything they manage to do the next coming year. We'll see you guys in a few. Hi, guys. Welcome back. As you can see, you're probably looking at this table and saying, what is all this stuff? I know women, we have a lot of stuff, but these are items that I came across last year, as I mentioned, that I found to be most practical. And I'm going to go through all of these. They can be used for multi-purposes, will allow us more space to buy more things. Actually, I'm just kidding, but these will be items that you certainly will find yourself using. They're very helpful. Some of them are very, very practical. Some have to do with packing. I know you guys have problems like I do. I start with 6 suitcases and I end up with having 7 or 8 by the time I leave. By the time I'm on vacation, I might have worn maybe one of the suitcases full of items, and most of them have exactly the same items, and then it was a big waste and paid, what, $300 more to bring them with me. So I can't wait to show you some of those products that will help lessen the blow on that. So let's get started. One of the products that I found most useful were stickers. We have used stickers for decades. Stickers for when you're good at school. Stickers for when you have tattoos. Cracker Jack, the ones that you put in your hands, the sticker tattoos there as well. Never have I come up with something or have found something that would actually have to do with makeup. We have tattoo eyeliner, tattoos for the eyebrows, blush, lip line, everything. This is a little less invasive. This is from Japan. It's something that I picked up last year. Actually got it as a gift. These are actually stickers. And if you look right here, I'll have the camera do a quick little peek closer so you can see what these are. These are basically stickers, but you use a tweezer and you put them on your eyes, just on the very tip. And they are used as eyeliner. They're not really used for underneath, on the lash underneath, but more so on top. For those of you who are using mink lashes, some of the separate eyelashes because they're sparse as you get older, this is something that's going to cover that as well, so it's kind of an added bonus. You would use your regular liquid eyeliner on top of this, but this is not going to smear. So if it's hot outside, something happens, your eye makeup's going to stay in place. I have worn these on many occasions, guys. I'm actually wearing them right now. And nobody has ever noticed, and obviously I've just showed you my secret, so so much for that. But this definitely $4. So there's about 150, I believe there's, yes, 150 per tray. So that's 300 times I can use brand new stickers. Won't have to worry about getting germs from eyeliner. I can travel with these. You can swim with them on. I'm definitely going to say a thumbs up to this one, ladies. Look for this. This is something that you could buy on Amazon, and it's not expensive at all. Moving on. Well, since we're still talking about fashion, I'm going to talk about some of the other things that are really cool from last year. My daughter and I, we always like to do fun things together and make our hair very crazy and fun. And, you know, you wouldn't believe she's my daughter. She's got blonde hair, blue eyes, and green eyes. I've got dark hair and all kinds of different colors in mine. So do mine. Anyway, this is a product that's called Pastels. I believe it's April Lorraine. I can't even pronounce her name, you guys, sorry. But she uses a line of pastels and pastel chalk. And this is actually chalk that can be used on your hair. It doesn't matter if your hair is dark or light. These are actual pieces of chalk that are safe for the hair. Probably do work best for people that have blondish hair or lighter, but these can be done on dark hair as well. You wet them down. You put them on specific hair that you pull maybe a couple little parts here and there just to give a little bit of color. You can have Rainbow Bright on your head, but this is great. It's fun. It doesn't last more than maybe 4 to 6 hours, but this is something that you can do to dress up your outfit if you want to do something fun. Katy Perry is a big fan of this. Like I said, April Lavigne is also a big fan of this. And these, again, are very inexpensive. They cost under $20. And again, something added for fashion. Getting on to the fashion table some more. You guys know I love faux fur. I love Betsey Johnson. She's one of my favorite designers. This particular jacket that I'm wearing has armbands that are attached. She has fur around the top. I love the way that looks. I don't always want to use this color of faux fur. And I look for things that are obviously different so that if I have a plain t-shirt, if I have a plain long t-shirt with long sleeves, I can still give myself the same look. I found something pretty cool, and then I invented something really cool. So I'm going to go first with what I found, and the second with what I've invented on my own. The first one here has to do with portable bling sleeves. Basically what you're going to be doing, if you have a long sleeve underneath, the very bottom, you slip it on, and of course, on a white shirt, a black shirt, it makes it look like a whole different thing. And it adds just a little bit of pizzazz to something really plain. In fact, there's many people who don't like wearing jewelry. This is kind of in place of jewelry, and it's a really cool tool because you can use this around your feet as well. So for the ladies who like wearing leggings like I do, I'm a big legging person. I tend to use these around the top. I'm going to show you a product that's used for that as well. And moving on. This is just a white one, but I want to show you. This is the one that I actually put together on my own. Do you guys remember those bracelets where you could basically take somebody's wrist and slap it on? It makes that kind of slappy sound. Well, this is exactly what I did. And basically I went to Joann's, took this little slappy thing, comes in all multicolors. You can get it at Five and Below. You can get them at the dollar store. You can get them from China, for God's sakes. You slap it on the wrist, and all of a sudden, now you have another type of little band around your wrist. Again, wearing it with plain t-shirts, wearing it around your ankles, wearing it around your coat. Again, using different things that you can actually morph into something else. That's really the purpose of what we're talking about today. This is not expensive. This cost me $5 to make. It's pretty practical for the most part. And again, that bracelet, it's going to last forever. It's not going to not fold up nicely and be puffy. And again, if you're looking for something to fluff it up, put it in the dryer for 5 to 10 minutes on just air fluff. It'll keep it fluffy. Not obviously as big as this one. This is used for a different purpose. Anyway, moving on. Another great product. We all love to wear boots. High boots over our knees, ones that are just in our calves, and of course the ones that are very close to the ankle. There's a lot of things that you can do with them. And again, plain is great. There's all kinds of gems that you can place on your boots. Again, more added bonus to what you have so that you don't have to find yourself buying, this pair of black boots has a leopard on the top. This pair of black boots has a white thing on top. Why buy 20 pairs of black boots? I know I'll probably end up leaving here and buying 20 pairs of black boots, but I'm trying to show you something very practical. This is actually one of my favorites. Again, these are I wish I had feet this small. They're not my feet, but this kind of gives you an idea of what I'm talking about. These are actually things that go around the top of the boots that allow for you to add palms. Some people might call these leg warmers. They're not exactly leg warmers like in the 80s and Madonna and Flashdance. These are something that are again used just for accentuation to be put around your boots. And again, remember guys, children's boots, adult boots, they could even be slippers if you want to dress them up. It's a great thing to have. And again, you can still stay with the same type of boot, shoe, whatever. It's going to give it a little more pizzazz. I love this. I absolutely do. There's another product that came out, I believe Betsey Johnson, again, you guys know it's my favorite designer, something that also changes and kind of morphs your boots into something else. They're boot liners. And this is something that has a little more of a pattern. Basically, you don't need to wear socks. There's certain people that just don't want to wear socks with their boots. And I happen to be one of them, Basically, what this is, it's sock. And what this does, it allows you to use the outline when you place this in. It allows you to just put it around the top of the boot. You don't see the pink, but as you can tell, you can have something with a little pattern as well. These are under $10 and they're all over the place, guys. And again, if you happen to find material that you like, keep the little foot things here and use around the top. It's a very simple process. For those of you who can't sew, I can't sew. Basically using Velcro, gluing it on, and having it as a wraparound with a piece of fabric. Again, find it at a fabric shop or Michael's, whatever have you. It'll turn into so many different things. You'll be doing this all day. And again, it'll save you a lot of room in your closet. We're actually going to go for a commercial break. I'm going to get ready for some of my most favorite stuff to show you. Save against radiation, not so techy for those of you who are like me, who are technically challenged. I have a lot more in store. We have some sponsors coming up. Take a look at what they have because we're getting ready for wedding season. When we get back, we'll talk about some gifts that might be applicable for a wedding shower gift. With that being said, we'll see you back in 5. Hi guys, welcome back to Get Sassy. We're actually back to getting techie. As I said to you, and you've known in the past, I am completely clueless with anything that's tech related. And I'll tell you, it takes a lot for me to understand even how to use a new computer. I like change. I'm not afraid of change, but I'm afraid of tech. I'm going to go through some items today. I was the best Hanukkah Harry Santa somewhat this last year with some of the items that I found. As you guys know, I search around the world for things that are not sold here in the United States that are pretty cool, and I am very excited to show you some of the tools that I have. The first one, maybe you guys have probably seen it in stores, not wondering what it is. It's basically what it looks like. I know you guys were going back to the 80s and things that used to hang up on the wall, and yes, the retractable cord and the push button numbers. The cool thing about this, Apple actually came out with it. There's a bunch of other companies. But this is actually something that is for those of you who are a little ozone concerned, radiation friendly. And not that it's been proven yet that cell phones cause brain damage or any of those things. This is something that will put a lot of you to rest. I like something a little more fun, so I have pink, but I do have something in black to show you. It's a little bit different, and I think this is really good for people like myself that have small hands, so it doesn't, I actually did something funny, guys. You actually laugh. I had a police officer drive, you're not supposed to be talking on the phone, so generally I try to do on speakerphone as much as I can, but yeah, we all break the law, so whatever. Anyway, there's a police guy, comes up next to me, looks at me at the car, and I have this thing. And I'm talking, and he's looking at me. And I'm thinking to myself, I could be probably annoying. And I'm talking and smiling, and he's yes. And he's getting ready to turn on his lights. Like, I know he's 2 seconds away from doing this. And I go like this. And I start laughing. And this guy just looks at me like this. And he thinks, that woman's off her rocker. And I'm like, that's exactly what I wanted him to think. So now that I've shown what these things actually can do, I'll probably get pulled over the next time I do it. So I probably shouldn't have said that. But now that I have, I want to show you guys how it works. Basically, on the top of your cell phone, everybody has a round hole here. All you have to do, there's no downloading, there's no putting anything on high, there's no doing anything. You just plug it in. And basically, when your phone rings, you press this button, hello, and there you go. It's as simple as that. And it is something, you can hear it quite well. It's something that never breaks. And of course, this again was under $10. And again, for those of you who are scared of the radiation, we are on our cell phones a lot. I like the talk to text version, but it cuts on us to some not so nice things. I accidentally did the talk to text a couple times, and it wasn't exactly what I wanted to say. And then, of course, I sent it, and it was too late. Sad that I can't retract those messages, but unfortunately I have to find someone who's going to be able to do that because I send a lot of them, and again, not intentionally. Moving on, I will show you some of the things. I got to tell you guys, products this year, annoying. My husband, 147 selfies. Yes, my husband Andrew has 147 selfies. I don't know what it is. I've tried to do it. I look like a moron. Honestly, I can't even tell you. My eyes shut. I don't know how you guys do it. It's this look. I think all those things with Snooki and the Jersey Shore and all these people taking pictures of themselves looking sexy with their lips like that. I don't find that to be very sexy. So I'm going to save you guys some time. I actually got something called the selfie. This year when I gave it away, I never had more people laugh. Our nanny, my daughter, my husband. This is actually something that's very cool. It was actually directed more for my husband because he does take more selfies. I think I have 1 to his 100. And basically all this is a little device. And I'm going to open up and show you because it's really cool. If I can get it open. That probably is a selfie, right? I should take a selfie picture on how to open up your selfie. Anyway, it's basically a very not so complex unit. Again, just like the telephone I just showed you. Here's the piece that goes into your phone. I'm going to show this here for you. You plug it in. This goes from far away. You can click it, take a picture, and it won't look like you're actually taking a picture of yourself. So for those of you who are full of yourself, this is an awesome product to have, and at least you won't have that look like you just had too much collagen put in your lips. With that being said, I have a lot more products in store, so we'll be back in 5. Don't go away. Hi guys, welcome back. These are the products of 2013 rolling into 2014, and I know we're running out of time. A half an hour is not a lot of time to talk about a woman's favorite things. Obviously, you guys probably figured that out already with what I'm trying to accomplish here. All right, moving on. There's a product that came out. I fell in love with it. It's called Drop and Play. This is basically what it looks like. They do have something like this in Apple. I believe Radio Shack has them. They're all over the place. The problem is that a lot of them are Bluetooth related. Now, I don't really know much about Bluetooth. I mean, my car does have it. I think all of our new cars have it. When you speak on your car, you have automatic Bluetooth. I never get that right. The one thing I love about this product, guys, it's so different than anything else. And this is going to be hard for you to believe. But again, when you Google it, because there's a ton of different names for it. This is under $20. Doesn't need any form setting up. You can use a Samsung. You can use an iPhone. Any phone. And basically all you do is you can plug it into the wall. You can use batteries, which are already in here. And basically, I took one out of the package for you. This is what it looks like. All you need to do, and I'm not kidding, seriously, your phone, you drop it, your phone, you drop it, and voila, the speaker goes on. There is no setting anything up. It's pretty cool. It's probably one of the coolest things that I've seen in a long time. And again, someone like myself, I don't want anything that's super techy, but this is definitely a keeper and something you should give away as a gift. Your friends will love you when you go outside by the pool, when you're talking on the phone, if you're doing business and you don't want to hold the phone any longer, you don't want the speakerphone. This has kind of a boombox tendency, so you can actually feel like you're in the meeting, I guess, perhaps. It does have a little bit of the surround sound feel, and it's pretty cool. But again, just for your phone and with any phone. So again, Dropbox, you can look at it as Drop and Play. I think that's wireless mini subwoofers, I suppose, for your cell phone. You'll find all different types of names that have it. This one I like. Again, it's under $20, and it's something that's pretty cool. Anyway, moving along, there are some other products that, again, I have fallen in love with and want to share with you, so let's get going because I know we are running out of time. The next product are basically shoes. I am an admitted shoe whore. Again, I just admitted to you that I had 74 pairs plus of black shoes. These are awesome. I love these. These go in your purse. If you ever go to a wedding, you go to a party, even at work. I can't wear heels. They bother my feet. Back in the 80s, we wore pumps, and of course, I just aged myself right there. And now my bird feet, toes that crumple up like this. It's not really an attractive look. And then you have to talk about plastic surgery, and that becomes a big mess. I love this because these can be used outside. And these are and there's all different companies that make them. They're called Slip and Slides. They're Slide and Go. I actually picked this up at one of those stores that's like Five Below, I think. And basically all it is a shoe that kind of folds up, fits into your tote purse or even something smaller. And the sky's the limit, guys. You can do anything that you want with it. There's all kinds of tape and things that you can do to spice it up. You can cut a piece of fabric out, put some Velcro, tie it. Rosettes, which is something which I believe I have one here that I could probably give you an example to show you. This might be a little bit too big for it, but again, just an example, guys. It's too big. Something also that you put it on and it becomes this, again, a shoe that morphs into something a little more dressy. If you're wearing a long gown, no one's going to see what you're wearing. But again, you find the gem at Michael's and whatever, you place it on top, put clear Velcro, ladies, clear Velcro. Because that way, when you don't have anything on it, you don't have to worry about somebody taking a peek. These are the best $5 I've ever spent. Feet get tired, again, it's something that you should have. It's something that's very useful, and you can turn it. They have many different colors. You can actually use, believe it or not, the bingo punchers, which I'll show you in another episode this week, how you take shoes and turn them into something else with just things that you have around the house. It's really that simple. Moving on, something happened a couple weeks ago. My daughter's school, I got a call, and there's an outbreak of lice. I don't know about you guys, but I got pretty freaked out about it, especially when I got a phone call hearing that my daughter was being sent home because of it. First thing I wanted to do is basically just take our entire house and then douse it in bleach or ammonia and leave, pack up and leave. I think that's probably, everybody goes through it. There's actually clinics, you guys, out there that they just take lice out, and they're busy, and they charge $200-300 for 2 hours, and they're packed. I mean, you have to squeeze yourself in. I was very fortunate. However, we went through it. It was a painful experience, just seeing your kid's face, thinking that they're the gross ones, and of course, you're thinking, God, I want to get out of my clothes, and everything, bugs crawling in my head. It's a very unpleasant experience. Anyway, I found something, and it was basically a tool that's called a Robicomb. And this is going to sound a little crazy. And again, don't worry, ladies. This actually zaps those, they call them nits, eggs, larvae, which obviously is eggs as well. And you comb it through. So it's something that costs $35. There's no chemicals involved in any capacity. Think of it as like a bug zapper outside. You know, when you're outside, you're sitting on your back porch, there's mosquitoes. Not really that intense. Obviously, this is safe. It zaps the bugs, not your kids. It actually says that on the box. It's very safe. Obviously, it's something that you could check every now and then to make sure, but it does kill them right on contact. Personally, I've tried this out and it works. You know, you do need to have somebody who's a professional, at least tells you how to do it, but I think this is a great tool to have around the house. And again, another great tool for 2013 that I found that I certainly will be keeping close by for 2014, which is now. Moving on, because I know we're running out of time, here's a couple more products that I found that were just incredible. It's called a Bangee. Bangee is something that basically everybody's trying to mimic right now. You can get these in many colors. They're fleece. You can put credit cards. You can put your house cards. You can put your hotel room key in there. Your credit, extra money if you're running. All different. Even your mini iPod, MP3 player, the headphones, any of it. And it allows for you to keep things safe. If you have shorter sleeves, it actually does keep you a little bit warm. There are little warming pads that you can buy for these things at a lot of your REI stores and whatever have you. So I think these are definitely something. $5. That's it. And again, multicolor. With that being said, I only really have one other product that I absolutely adore, and I want to share it with you guys. Again, it has to do with morphing. There's days where you guys, you know what? You don't want to wash your hair. Washing your hair every day as you get older is not always the best thing. We color our hair. The color comes out. Eventually, permanent color comes out. And this might be something for one of those days where you're having a bad hair day. It's not. There's nothing very complex about it. It's sold everywhere. Rosettes are still in, guys. We're using them all the time. I like this particular piece. It's called a scarf. People wear it around their ears. But again, it morphs into many different things. Basically, this is a tool, which can be used around your neck, like this. You can tie it. It's nice to wear with something you don't have a lot of color going on. It can also be used over your head, covering your ears, and keeping you warm outside if you don't want to mess up your hair with your hat. And this is something, again, under $10, and it's fashion savvy. And again, it can turn into many different things. You can add your own bling. You can add sequins into it. You can do whatever you want. This is the base of where it starts. My last and favorite product is something that I'm actually going to be partnering with soon, and that is a product called Chick on the Go. I am going to cover this in some other episodes during this week, but I wanted to make sure I got this put in here. Guys, this I think we've saved us. This is, again, for people that pack 20 different items in the same suitcase that are really not different. They just have a different color. This is a product that basically has everything laid out for you. It opens up, so obviously it's a really nice presentation. There are 7 to 8 garments inside of this that are not wrinkled. They don't get wrinkled. You can fold them up. That can morph into hundreds of outfits. So we're going to talk more about that in our next episode, probably tomorrow. But again, this is something under $100, a nice gift to give to someone because it does encompass so many different things in the colors of black and white. I know they're adding khaki to their kind of repertoire of colors. And of course, again, with some of the things that we've talked about today and things that you're going to be learning this week, you'll be able to use some of these for fashion. And I'm going to give you guys some tips on that as well inexpensively. So with that being said, thanks for joining me this evening. Have a great rest of the evening again. And we'll see you tomorrow night, same time, 10 o'clock on WMCN. We'll see you tomorrow.